Black Widow is about to have spoilers leaked on social media. The director of the Avengers is in some hot water after accusations of being unprofessional. And Aquaman is playing Frosty the Snowman in a live-action movie. What's up, Comic Book Nation? If that lead-in isn't the most 2020 stuff you ever heard, I don't know what is. BD here with your second printing of the week's biggest issues at Comicbook.com. And you may notice this week's episode is dropping on Friday. Well, that's because our video team has the day off for the 4th of July, and we couldn't get Chris Killian to come out of his trailer to shoot a daily distraction on the holiday. Such a diva, that live-action version of Fry from Futurama.
Hey, yo. Hello, hello. Listen up, you grown-up Screech. First off, it's a bunker, not a trailer. Now, I'm gonna let you do your little rehash show, but don't for a second think I don't hear you begging the viewers week in, week out. Oh, please watch my show instead of Chris's show. Please give me more views. I don't know why I tattooed my initials to the back of my arms. You honestly believe you're gonna turn my Killionaires against me? No, sir. You wanted a wrestling match for a long time. When this pandemic is all over, and we can lock up responsibly, mano and mano, face-to-face, sans masks, I'm gonna show you why you're good, but I'm great. Now back to your pre-recorded program.
Ray Fisher has long said he loves Zack Snyder, one time literally on his shirt at San Diego Comic-Con, but the reasons he has been standing behind the original director of Justice League have become more clear over time. Most recently, he went on Twitter to forcefully retract this statement.
Yeah, I mean, Joss is a great guy, and Zach picked a good person to come in and clean up and finish up for him.
And then he spilt the hot tea. According to the Cyborg actor Joss Whedon, who took over Justice League when Zack Snyder was essentially cast aside, said Joss was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable on set. He also blamed Jeff Johns and John Berg for enabling the behavior. I will say, I've met Ray Fisher. He was one of the kindest and most humble individuals I've ever come across in my days of talking to superhero actors for Comicbook.com. But I wasn't there, so I can't speak to the validity of Ray's claims, so I won't try to. You know who also wasn't there? Alan Tudyk, who said he's known Joss for 17 years and honestly can't imagine it. Joss Whedon, the director of Marvel's Avengers, before this Justice League fiasco, had no comment on the matter as of Wednesday, and I'm not calling him the director of Justice League on purpose. If it was his movie, HBO Max wouldn't be due for a subscriber boost next summer.
Damn!
Berg denied the claims and said they're categorically untrue, and says Fisher didn't want to say booyah, which is a popular word from the animated versions of Cyborg, which I think is meant to say Fisher was hard to work with. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have more from that as it develops. Meanwhile, Warner Brothers and another member of the Justice League are interestingly enough going back to work with Jeff Johns and John Berg, with Jason Momoa having been cast as Frosty the Snowman. This is a real thing. He won't physically be playing Frosty the Snowman, will be CGI, but his voice will be coming out of the character. So let's put 10 seconds on the clock and see how many jokes we can make with this one. Is Frosty the Snowman what happens when Aquaman visits the North Pole? Is Jason Momoa so hot that this snowman is going to melt? Will the PG-13 rating be blown by snowballs?
Nothing. No. Not even a titter.
I never thought I would be talking about the NBA on the second printing, but J.R. Smith was signed to the Lakers and Marvel fans are shaking. Why? J.R. Smith, if you don't know, is the same player responsible for the best NBA meme ever, when he made LeBron do this after dribbling the ball the wrong way and essentially blowing a game in the NBA Finals. This same man is going to have early access to Black Widow when the NBA brings its players to Orlando to resume the season, because the NBA doesn't want them leaving their hotel rooms and catching the coronavirus and therefore spreading it to the rest of the NBA players. This means J.R. Smith is the most likely candidate to go full LaShawn McCoy and spoil Black Widow before the rest of us even have a chance to see it. Personally, I'd love to see LeBron win another title. I especially want the Lakers to win after we lost Academy Award winner Kobe Bryant earlier this year. But if J.R. Smith is on that team and he spoils Natasha's last movie, ooh, life is going to be harder on him than clock management at the end of a basketball game. Who am I kidding? He'll probably turn the movie on and say, hold up, I thought she died. How is she even alive?
I understood that reference.
Speaking of Marvel, the MCU is looking to get its film crews back to work as Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is gearing up to resume production in Australia by the end of July. That's this month. It's already July, people. Simu Liu said there was some awesome footage planned for Comic-Con, but it doesn't look like Marvel Studios is going to do that whole Comic-Con at home thing since Comic-Con is canceled, so excuse me while I cry. No official word on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier's production resuming just yet, other than the cast and crew are exempt from the European travel ban on people from the US because people from the US apparently won't just stay home and wear masks. So the rest of us normal non-movie stars can't go there quite yet, but we should expect some Marvel Studios news and maybe some trailers one of these days soon. If you're looking for something to watch, the X-Men movies are now on Disney+, and you already know which ones are good and which ones are not good, so explaining that would be a waste of timelines. Comic Shop's got the continuation of Negan's story from The Walking Dead in stores this week. The Mandalorian is going to have a comic book tie-in series coming up, and if you're looking to get ready for season 2 of The Boys on Amazon, The Boys Dear Becky issue number 2 got a perfect review score from Comicbook.com's Chase Magnet in our weekly pull list.
Wow.
That's your second printing of the week's biggest issues at Comicbook.com. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at BrandonDavisBD because I got the full Iron Man VR game a bit earlier than it was released. So I'll be diving into that and I might have some fun clips for you. If you have any complaints, leave them in the comments section because I am essentially Comicbook.com's customer service. And remember, I'm just a robotic face on your iPhone, so my feelings aren't real. For more, head over to Comicbook.com. I'm BD. I'll see you there.